Boys, what's good? It's Gabe from JNC Collectibles, and today we have.
Dennis Nadas.
All right, and what'd you place and what'd you play?
I lost in top 32. You know, not much to say. Mainly time was really essential that match, and dice rolls were really essential that match. Anyways, shout outs to Team Daily Grind. Shout outs to the Bozo, shout outs to Cam for testing with me almost like.
Let's go, Fetty's insane!
Man. Hey, Pag's nice though. Hey, shouts out to him. He got top 8. Cam for testing with me almost every day a week, as well as the Bozos, pretty active. We're always active. We're always testing together. And peace. Shout out to Manav for giving me some, recommendations on, some the dangers, this and that, some tips. Shout out to everyone in Albuquerque for supporting me. Shout out to Jordan. And I think that's all. Shout out to JNC as well.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, Nick, Joel, y'all the goats. Alright. Let's get started.
All right, let's see it.
We got Rhino Heart. Let's go with the Tearlaments. For field spells, instant. Yeah, so this is the extent of the Tearlaments. Just one Rhino Heart because you just need it in your deck to send off a kick close when it's your opponent's turn. Because this makes it your turn as well. Because you can go Predaplant as well as a Collider Heart on their turn. That's that. One Pixies, one Jet. Because I do play 3 blue. So the idea behind this is I do play Dangers, so I do value the fact that blue is a Thunder, a 2, and a Dark. So all that just has a lot of synergy with the entire deck. Merle's an Aqua, so pairs well with this. The swap. So yeah, I got tons of engines rolling. The best Tearlament normal summon, the reason why I also play one Rhino Heart is because I want to normal summon this or this. Just because the blues just get way better. It's essentially a good danger. That's also a +2. And then the 3 targets, you only need 1. You could bring them back with Elf. But essentially just to maximize on utility, I didn't want to just give a game to someone with a rival in their deck, and then I'm just all right, let's just go to the next game, and you just can't really afford that in this meta because
Especially
it takes
this
it
type
takes
of
a lot of time. You can't afford that. So yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's literally just a Dark, a 2, and a Thunder. You know what I'm saying? So if I draw it, I'm not upset. I'm still just using it for curious. And also, actually, to go with the Spright cards, Smashers, and Starter. If I mill this off the Tearlaments, I set it off Griffin, just fine. And this card is just in-engine out to Mystic Mine, which needs to get banned. And one Snow. You can't play a Tearlament deck without it. I don't know what you're thinking if you want to enter a tournament without Snow in your Tearlament deck. And to top it off, Super Poly and Dark Ruler. Not much to say. Lose the lateral. You see one of these.
Were these insane in the tournament?
Yeah, Super Poly was great. Super Poly was great. Dark Ruler was great. I have no complaints. I saw one of these in my opening hand going second. I'm happy. And then this is the type of deck, I'm playing Smashers. I think my opponent, one of my opponents had Spell Cancer. So I held the Havness. I held the Havness till he got to a rank 4, because this deck can only really make one rank 4, right? And so I held it, and I think I saw him send Spell Cancer off Curious. So I was okay, he's probably gonna go to Dagaris line. And so once he summoned Dagaris and used the effect, I chained Havness, and then I got to I don't know if I milled anything or not, but more or less the idea is I held it and just let me extend, got stuff in my graveyard. So I was able to break his board and put up my Dweller, my Griffin, Smasher, Solic, you know, like
Jeez.
just field spell, everything. Just because, you know, I don't know if I had one of these actually. I don't think I actually had one of these, but
You're
that's just a
insane.
story I just thought about. Yeah.
He's
But
breaking
he had
boards without him.
Yeah, he had Spellcaster, and I was like,
Oh, they were useless. Yeah.
yeah. So like, I didn't see any of them. Outside of that, every other time I went second, yeah, these came in clutch.
Right.
The extra deck, actually, let me pull this up. Let's see. So I played the mandatory 5 fusions. You play any less, you are not playing the deck correct. Give or take, like, you know, Kaleido, but you essentially turn your Happiness into like a vanilla. Like your Happiness, turn like 1 on your opponent's turn, your Happiness does nothing. The best you can like interrupt is this, but you want to just like maximize on the potential of your Happiness by playing like these cards, because you can shuffle and you can you know, Drago Stapelia. Like, I mean, the argument's like, oh, that's almost never gonna happen, right? But it's like, it can just happen, and you're gonna be really upset when you just don't have these cards in your deck. When you do mill like Tearlament and like 2 Aquas or like 2 Tearlaments or whatever, these are just aren't in your deck. And then 1 of each. The only argument maybe is like 2 of this, but it only comes up if like it gets Smashered, or like you just get like hand trapped on it like a lot. But more like, you can always just cycle these out. Like, you know, the tier deck, like in your combo, you only have 3 fusion summons, right? There's 3 names, there's 3 fusion summons. Given instant fusion, you know, it's a free card. It allows you to go to a 4th fusion that turn. But if you don't have instant fusion, it's Kickless, cycle it out for Garura, and then cycle this out for a draw. And then most of the time, like, all your 3 fusions are being used for links. So if I do have like enough monsters and I did open enough dangers and extenders, I'll have a Drago Stapelia up on board. But more or less, like most of the time, I'm going Mud Dragon and using it for either Dweller or like, you know, just the Griffin. And then having Solic, so on my opponent's turn, I summon these guys to play around, you know, Dark Ruler, etc. And then the links, 1 dark, great card. One of the best Link 2s outside of the best Link 2 in this game right now. Yeah, not much to say. I think every deck is playing this card at this point. Like, we're in a format, yeah, literally, it's just like, it's replaced Hulk. Like, Hulk is like absolute. It could just Hulk could come back to 3, and like this card is just like still better, right? Griffin, Curious. Not much to say. You could search anything in your deck. Like, send any card from your deck to your graveyard sounds wild, right? And it's just like, this says, if you send a trap, right, or a quick play, you could set like Super Polys, you could set like whatever you need off that. And also, like, it's a Floodgate effect is actually just pretty good, like really good. Locks out a lot of matchups. Bomber to combo with Boy. But yeah, Bomber IP, because you can end Elf IP. Preferably, you want to get a Dweller as well. Plays around like Super Poly. You Dweller them that turn, and then you chain 1, chain 2, and then you just go Bomber, and then you have Snow Grave in rotation, and you just keep like, anytime they get like 1 or 2 monsters on board, you just keep triggering
blowing
this.
up the board.
Like, you have infinite piles. Like, you're milling, you know, 5 off this, 3 off Merly, 3 off what is it? Sheeran, mandatory 3 off Curious as well. So you're just, your grave is stacked.
Well.
Yeah, Hobbins, it's just, this deck has no problem like getting the grave filled up. Let's see, and then the side deck, Ghost Spell. It is a good card for, you know, the Mathematic deck. I don't want to, like, it just blows them out, like, if you have it for the trap. Heat Soul, like, pass. It turns their deck to just Heat Soul pass. And then also, like, this card's just great going first, because it's just, like, I don't care if, like, if my opponent hand traps me, I can, like, Talents and, like, sure, like, maybe get a card, but this is like more versatile because like it could just like stop their DD Crow or like yeah. It was a great 6 card, good 5th card. Just let me keep playing. Nibiru, not much to say. Good versus the mirror match. Red Resonator, 3 Causing Cyclone, and 3 evenly. The reason for this is I wanted to be prepared for back row. Like the Rune deck was legal, and then there's Mystic Mine, and then this is also just really good versus the mirror match. If they go Dweller, you can just evenly them, and then like throw a whole Spright board up, and then they're looking at like Toad, Elf, and like Smashers, and it's like, dang, like I thought I Dwellered, I thought I won the match. Like usually it should be just like decided. So yeah, evenly's good. Red Reboot and Ancestral, because I can search them, and that's why they're at 1. Well, this is just at 1. But yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Alrighty, any final shout-outs before we go?
No. Hopefully I can get a win. Maybe the next one, we'll see. Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you.
Peace.